Hello, hold on. Okay, so I've done my top 10 favorite horror sequels. Now, top 10 worst horror sequels. And first, honorable mentions, of course. You got The Ring 2. It's... Why did The Ring even need a sequel? Rings, I thought was okay, but this one is just... It's annoying. The kid going, "Mommy, mommy," the whole time. It's just, no. Then they put in a backstory for Samara that's totally ignored in Rings. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not important anymore. So, and, of course, we got Phantasm Ragnarok, which is just totally confusing. It's very hard to follow. Those are my two honorable mentions. So, alright. Top 10. Number 10. White Noise 2. I absolutely love the first White Noise film. But when you get this film, and at first it starts off, okay, this is going to be kind of cool. And then when you get to the Tri-Mirror stuff, you start to realize, hey, everything that Michael Keaton did in the first film now means nothing, because now you set up this curse where if someone is saved, if someone that, that is going to die is saved, then they're just going to be 3 days later turn evil and try to start killing people. So it really undermines the first film by saying, hey, nothing Michael Keaton did. He saved that woman, but she went nuts and she killed people, so he shouldn't have saved her. No. It ruins the first film, and that's why I don't like to watch both of them back to back. I watch the first one and ignore the second one. Well, it's not a bad movie. It just kind of... Number 9 is Scream 3. Yes. While I don't hate Scream 3 like most people do, most people do, I do think it's the worst of the Scream films. It just... The story about making... it was there for them to go to a stab, one of the step from one of the stab films, but to base that around the whole movie, and I know Columbine had a lot to do with it, because originally they were going to bring back Stu, and he was organizing these murders from jail and show up in the third act as the killer, but then Columbine happened and they changed the entire script. Why they had to take Stu out, I don't know. It would have made a lot of sense. Especially since the killer says, "I killed your mother." And to reveal that Stu is still alive? Who knows? But, yeah, just Scream 3 is the worst of the Scream franchise, and it is. Okay, time for my entry in the Friday the 13th franchise, and it's going to be Friday the 13th Part 8. And it's number 8, which I realized I didn't realize I did that until now. Friday the 13th Part 8. For all the other people saying, oh, Part 5, yeah, but it's more entertaining. Oh, Part 7, yeah, but it's more entertaining. Jason X, Jason Goes to Hell, yeah, but they're more entertaining. What I'm telling you is that Jason Takes Manhattan is more like Jason Takes a Boat Ride to Vancouver, but let's call it Manhattan, because it's not. You see some exterior shots of Manhattan, but other than that, no. And the kills are kind of lackluster, but I do have a soft spot for it, but yeah, I understand. I recognize that it's the worst. Number 7 is Paranormal... No, that's the wrong one. Wrong list. Is The Grudge 3. The Grudge 3, it abandons the non-linear storytelling, which I think kind of ruins it, because, a Grudge film, even the new Grudge film had a non-linear storytelling. It's not the best. The effects for our Onryu or for Kayako and Toshio are terrible. They're freaking white. They were blue in the other ones. You get different characters. Takashi Shizumu did not come back. It's just, no. And the story is really kind of stupid. Anyway. Next, we have number 6, which is Boogie Man 3. And much like White Noise 2, this one takes the previous two films and except for one character that connects to Tobin Bell's character from Boogie Man 2. It completely turns it on its side, saying that, oh, it's only if you cause people to fear the boogeyman, then he comes after you. And it's about causing panic. And it's just like, what? That's not what it was in the other two. What happened to go from Henry being the... There's your twist, sorry. Henry being the boogeyman in the second film to now it's the supernatural boogeyman again. And it just kind of makes no sense. And the story about controlling the fear to stop the boogeyman, it's just like... What? That's not what it's about. It comes after your worst fears, but it's not if you fear it that keeps it alive. But all of a sudden, that's what it is. So, number 5 is I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, I really like the first two Last Summer movies. And I wanted a sequel after I Still Know. And then I saw this at a family video, and I went, the hell is this? I know her from Animorphs. I know him from the Xenon Z3 movie, but what is this? And why is this girl on the cover? Because she's only in like one scene in the freaking film. She's not even a main character. But anyway, they made the fisherman. Is a zombie fisherman? They made him an urban legend that cannot be killed. The story is shit. The idea for this movie is shit. It doesn't even connect to the other two other than saying, oh, this happened some years ago. So, yeah, why even try to make another one if you're not going to try to remake the other cast? Next, we have the entry in the Leprechaun franchise. We have number 4, which is Leprechaun in the Hood, which I think, I'm not going to count Leprechaun Origins because it's not technically canon as a sequel. It's a reboot. So, so Leprechaun in the Hood is probably the worst of the sequels. I actually think Leprechaun Back to the Hood is pretty good, and In Space is alright. This is the one that is kind of, it's annoying. A Lep in the Hood will do no good. Next, number 3. Cult of Chucky. Yeah. Fuck you so much. People say, oh, Cult of Chucky's pretty good. Seed's the worst. Seed is bad. I'll give you that. But Cult is the worst. By taking the premise that he can now jump into multiple bodies. He can put his soul into multiple bodies, which is fucking stupid. Don Mancini went off the deep end when he did Seed. And then when he came back with Curse, it was like, okay, he's understand what he did wrong. He's not going to go crazy anymore. And then you get this. And it's like, nope, Mancini's on drugs again. And whenever we get that TV series, it's supposed to follow this. Hopefully he learns from his mistake and retcons. That's the thing to do, Mancini. Retcon the spell. Retcon. Retcon the spell. That's the thing to do, Mancini. Just saying. You done fucked up. Next. Hellraiser Inferno is number 2. Now, you heard me. Hellraiser Inferno is number 2. You know I hate Hellraiser Inferno. People say, oh, Revelations is the worst. Yeah, but I don't hate it. I hate Inferno. Give me a massive headache. The story isn't coherent. There's some people that say that Inferno is one of the better ones. I'm sorry, but the story does not make sense when you add the Hellraiser elements into it. And by making it psychological horror, it makes things more confusing. In the original script, it was obvious that the therapist was going to be the killer the entire time. But then they added in the Hellraiser stuff, and then it made no sense. It does not make any sense. For me, that's the worst. And number 1, worst sequel, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Or what I like to call Rob Zombie, hey, look at my wife. She doesn't need to be in this movie, but I'm going to show her to you through the entire film. Because that's what it is. This whole White Horse storyline was invented for this film so that he could shoehorn his wife in. Again, you could have had her in a couple of flashback scenes in the film, but no. You decided to shove her in the film as this spirit, which makes no sense. And I liked the theatrical version when I went to see it. I liked it. But now, I can't. And for as much as I don't like the first Rob Zombie Halloween film, to be honest, I think all Rob Zombie's movies are shit. Because he has a certain style and it's not for me. If that's for you, that's fine. But I do not like any of his films. For me, it's redneck hillbilly torture porn. That's what it is. And I don't need to watch that. Alright? I barely watch these. If anything, I'll watch the last half of the first Rob Zombie Halloween, and that's it. Other than that, Rob Zombie Halloween 2 is pure shit. It makes no coherent sense. And you have this white horse bullshit. You have Michael talking to a ghost of his mother and himself for some reason, and before he can see them. And no, Loomis is not Loomis. He's this prick who wrote a book, and he's making money off of his patient. Just no. It's the worst. So, what are your thoughts on my picks for the worst horror sequels ever? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.